Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. They'll buy some time right. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balazs. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899. In his career, the next one will give him 900.
Big stop. Check the hot read. Check 52.
They'll run here with Balazs. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Check 3, check 3.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. The kick by Maher is good. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Break. 2, Mike 4-2. Stand. Check 9, check
first down. Bentley. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for the Panthers. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bentley dumps this one off to Mack. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready? 70, Indy. Jim. And Alpha.
Operating from the gun. Bentley. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
His size creates such a matchup problem down in the red zone. He lined up in the slot left, gave a little head fake, and worked his way open in the middle of the field.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
4 yards the pickup, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Balaj trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. And he finds McDonald. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Balaj, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After after a turnover, I feel like I might have him a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 3. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He lets this one fly toward the back, and it'll be intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On the ready. Check, 59, 59. What? 64, 2 8. Here I come again.
They run it with Balaj. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Caught by Jones. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights.
And Owen coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Good. Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move. Alert. Hey, Delta. Hey, hit it.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Set 50, plant. Hey, wahoo! Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bentley. And his throw here's incomplete. Kenny Stills the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, lock it. Yeah. Now.
From the gun, Bentley. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Keep playing hard.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Let's get it.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
You got him. You got him.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check 13. Check 13. Go. 5-9. Mike 5-9. I got him. Check 59.
Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Throwing on first down. Bentley. Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Mike 42.
2nd and 14. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. 20! And he's got his target. That's more. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
Go. 10 Lobo.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Down. Team line. 59. 42. Hey! All day, defense, all day. Ready?
They'll run here with Mack. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal from the 1.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's the fullback. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield for Joe. They've got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Throwaway and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Marr able to put this one through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
We got this.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Second and 2. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check, 59.
Second down,
I got you.
6.
I got
At
you.
their 49-yard line.
Number 10. Watch safety green. Watch safety.
They'll stay on the ground. Barrage again. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Let's go.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
The outlaw. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, Sam off. Switch. Now.
To throw on 2nd down. Bentley. And Stills bringing it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down.
Ready. 18 Gator. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let's go.
On 1st and 10. Bentley. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop down.
I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off play action. Bentley, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Protein spill. Watch the whip. Hey, Haywood.
On 3rd down, Bentley. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, pick your game up. Go. Banjo. Ready.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
down. 10 Lobo.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Look at this, a tight end carry. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. In for the score. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He completes it to Jones. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
2nd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On the toss, here's Balaj. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kalen Balaj, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through. That's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. It's complete. Stills. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now a carry from Mack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Leo!
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Hey, Echo!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bentley into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Look at me. Zipper! Bravo!
58, come on. Check, 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 check. 58.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
58 for Mike.
Go! Hey! High 7!
They'll run on first down. It's Mack, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
59 mark, 59 mark.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. He'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Freeman again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They're not ready for this. They still go.
2nd and 10. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. He'll look to throw here. And it is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready. 60 outlaw. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, exit. Shoot.
On 4th down, Bentley. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes in?